Have you ever wondered how missionaries were able to go to the most remote parts of the world, sharing this gospel of Jesus Christ to people who they didn't even speak the same language and had different cultures, and people who probably already worshipped different gods? This true event about the Ethiopian Gideon people will help you understand. The Ethiopian Gideon people believed in the Almighty God, whom they called Maganu, but they spent more time focused on and sacrificing to an evil spirit called Shaitan. Their ideology was this: they weren't close enough to Maganu, the Almighty God, and so they had to keep appeasing this spirit, Shaitan, in order that there will be no destruction on their people. They believed in this Almighty God, but they didn't feel close enough to him. One man named Warasa Wange was about to change the fate of the whole tribe with one simple prayer. He just prayed that Magano would reveal himself to the Gideon people, and then they wouldn't have to keep sacrificing to Shaitan. And then he had this dramatic vision, and in this vision, he saw two white-skinned strangers erecting a flimsy shelter under the shade of a sycamore tree. And then he heard a voice in this vision say to him, "These men will bring you a message from Magano, the God you seek. Wait for them." In the same vision, he saw himself identifying with these two white strangers, such that they would have safe passage into the tribe and being able to share this message. Warasa held fast to this vision, and he waited 8 years. And on one very hot day in December 1948, a blue-eyed Canadian named Albert Brand, I don't know what it is about the blue eyes. For context, you have to watch my previous video. And his colleague, Glenn Kane, pitched their tent in a town called Dila at the very edge of the Gideon population. And guess what? It was under a sycamore tree. Warasa saw them as they pulled up by the tree, and then he walked towards them. Fast forward 3 decades later, of course, Warasa became a Christian and a believer. But then there were 200 churches amongst the Gideon people, because the one who sent them also created an expectation in the people who received them. We have this great responsibility to share the gospel. Share this video. Let's share the gospel.